Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot predictions. So you are free to watch these videos for your sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on which resonates more with you. For those of you who are here for love, you may also want to check out your Venus sign as well. And I've had a couple of people, or actually a lot of people recently over the past couple of weeks say, hey, Jane, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Where have you been? I've been here. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to get notified for all of the videos that I post. Some people just aren't getting the notifications apparently, so you just want to make sure you hit that little bell. Let's go ahead and just not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Thank you, and I'll see you in a sec. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what comes through for you. The first card being a major arcana card, which signifies what the universe needs from you throughout June. The Lovers. Okay. To me, this feels playful. It feels trusting. You can trust yourself. This is not about anybody else, okay? This is about you. Trust what it is you need to say. Trust what it is you need to create. Trust that sense of wholeness that you feel when you are doing something that you love and when you're around people that you love. And for some reason, that Lovers is also giving me a lot of peace and moving forward peacefully and choosing and prioritizing your peace. Now, when I say your peace, it doesn't mean everything has to be easy, okay? It just means that that internal peace is present regardless of what it is you're doing. This is an opportunity for you to continually check in with yourself and reassess and ask yourself, how is this going for me? How am I faring? What do I need? Checking in with your body, checking in with your mind, checking in with your spirit, and just being really, really aware of what you are going through, and not in a narcissistic way. Obviously, it's not always all about you, but this is to help you make good decisions moving forward. Because I suspect that Aquarius, just like many, many other people, with this new Jupiter in Taurus and Pluto being in Aquarius now as well, even though it's going to dip back into Capricorn this month, but a lot of people are looking at where they're going in life, looking at their direction and making adjustments and reassessing. So when you're in a period of adjustment and reassessment, especially since Venus is going to be in her pre-shadow phase throughout most of June, we need to make sure that we're not just reacting. We're not just, like sometimes we have these knee-jerk reactions that are rooted in, I don't know, nothing really. It's just the initial reaction. So we want to make sure that we're making more conscious decisions rather than reacting to things. Okay? So in the environment, we have the Knight of Cups, which I love. Now, Lovers, Knight of Cups. Oh, for those of you who are... I don't know that a majority of my audience is really here for love, but there's a lot of opportunity for that for Aquarius this month. Okay, with Mars and Venus in the 7th house, we have the Sun in the 5th house, and then Mercury is going to come into rulership in the 5th as well. So with the 5th house and 7th house highly activated, love is on the docket. Love and romance and play and pleasure and enjoyment and all of that. And I feel like the Knight of Cups is someone with whom you can do that. Okay, so whether this is someone brand new coming in, there's a big potential for that, or this could be someone that you already have in your life that you can kind of spice things up with. It does feel, to me, this feels really poetic and a lot of feelings, and there's something sweet and nice and something also kind of mysterious about it. I don't know. And with you coming out as the Lovers, it feels like Aquarius is really wanting that closeness, wanting that unification. You're needing it for yourself in a lot of other areas of life, but it is also nice to do it with someone else. So if you are completely single, the energy is right. So please don't hold back in terms of putting yourself out there. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to meet this person this month, but there's a strong likelihood and there is someone in the atmosphere, okay? And if you're already attached to someone, this could be a wonderful time to get closer, to do something fun, to kind of shake things up a little bit, to spend time together intimately, and just kind of get to know each other again, you know? So let's see what else comes through for Aquarius for June 2023. We have strength, the world, Three of Coins. Okay. I'm really loving the Three of Coins. It's come out a few times this month, but I kind of feel like that's what it's all about, which is the doing and bringing the ideas to life. It is Gemini season after all. This is going to be a theme throughout Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo seasons. This is really the time that we can push things forward. We can push things out. And it doesn't have to be perfect and we don't have to know everything, but we just kind of let our playfulness take the lead. And I think the playfulness is going to match with this Lover's card so well, because when you are united within yourself, there is room for play. There is room for channeling ideas and putting things down on paper and getting things out of your head and out into the world. And actually, we have the World card here as well. I like the World card. I often see this as like a birth canal, and then we have a person coming through, so it does feel like giving birth to something. And the Three of Coins is similar in that way. You're giving birth to an idea. And this is about making something physical, bringing it into the physical world. Now, physicality is going to be a big theme this whole year with Jupiter and Taurus, because Taurus is an earth sign, right? It's materialistic. We want things in the material world. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, this is where this happens. This is where things become realities. It's not just in our minds. It's not just in our hearts. It's not just in our spirit. It's in our actual physical experience. So if we want true abundance moving forward, we have to understand that we are bringing things into the physical world. And whatever we can do, whether it's in our free time or whether we need to change our job or whether we need to start making decisions and taking actions with things, we need to start doing it. And sometimes we need a lot of strength and courage to do it. Sometimes it's scary to pour your heart out into a project, right? And maybe this Knight of Cups is here to help give you courage to do that. Sometimes when you do have a romance, if that is what it is, if it's not a romance, this might be someone that I think you can be so deep and intimate with on a kind of soul to soul level. So it could be a best friend, it could be a sibling, you know, but it's certainly someone that you don't hold back with. So everything can be said with this Knight of Cups. And I think you're safe to express your fears with this Knight of Cups as well. You're safe to talk about what's holding you back, and you're safe to kind of talk about your trauma a little bit and talk about why this is so hard. And I think the Knight of Cups is here, right? Giving you these beautiful roses. Roses is a symbol of a channel of divinity, right? I don't know why I think this. I'm not a big Bible person, so I haven't really read the Bible, but for some reason I'm remembering that like Mother Mary was in her rose garden. Is that correct? I could be wrong on that, but I feel like she was in her rose garden when the angel came and told her that she was going to be with child. And so that rose is a symbol of connection with divinity. Usually it's white roses, but that's okay. But I feel like, you know, this is someone here to remind you that this connection with divinity, which is really where this channel comes from, you know, you shouldn't walk away from it. And Aquarius, I don't think you should walk away from it. I think even if it might be something small, like, oh, maybe you want to start another little business, or you want to start, you know, designing something, or you want to learn something, it's inspired. And that's the important thing. It's something that is inspired and that you're feeling called to do. So please do not turn your back on it, even if you're having a lot of reservations. Because I know that the thought of doing it makes you feel whole and complete. The thought of putting yourself there, the thought of learning it, the thought of developing it, it ignites something within you. Okay, this is the beginning of something. Okay, this is the beginning of something exciting, and I've been saying for weeks and weeks, and will continue to say it to every single sign, almost every single month. Remember that 2023 is a pivotal year. This is a year that we make pivots, where we change, where we have flexibility, and we start incorporating new things into our life so that the old things can start to fizzle out. This is Saturn in Pisces, okay? We have a Queen of Cups, a Two of Cups, and a Seven of Cups. Now, one thing that I'm liking a lot, that I'm seeing, again, almost with every sign, is that the person who's showing up in your closest environment does not seem to be getting involved. They're here as a support. They're here to love you. They're here to help you talk through things, but they're not rushing in and trying to fix anything. And I think that's an important dynamic to keep in mind, because if you are confiding in someone who's trying to rush in and fix something, it might be in your best interest to say, hey, I don't want you to fix this. This is for me to do, for me to figure out, because it's a part of my own individual journey. And that's something that I think they'll be receptive to. They'll understand that, especially if it's a healthy connection, you know. Because there's something about what's going on here that brings you a lot of peace. And I think it does feel like a leap of faith. You know, it does feel like you're taking a big chance, and yet somehow it does not rile you up. It's not scary. Yeah, you might need some courage here, but I don't think generally speaking you're afraid. You know, I think you have all the faith and trust in the world that this is going to work out, or that I don't even know that you have any expectations. That's another thing. It's not like what you're doing, you expect all of this result. You expect this big pile of cash, or you expect this giant promotion, or you expect the absolute love of your life to come in. It's not like you're like projecting that out. Like I say, this is about you, the kind of internal love affair that you have with yourself in a non-sexual way. It's your physical body communing with your spiritual body, and there's a flow, there's a connection, or there could be if you want it, if you're listening. I'm not saying every Aquarius is going to feel this. It depends on how willing you are to surrender and to release to this feeling, to this instinctual, intuitive place that's calling your name, calling you to create. And if you just let this happen, I feel like there's going to be such a surprising blossoming, a surprising emergence that's going to happen over the course of the next year or so. Two of Cups. I do feel this is with your Knight of Cups person. So like I say, this could be a sibling or a friend. Does not have to be anything sexual or romantic. But there is something really close and intimate about the way you are communicating. There's something real and raw and deep. And it's something that I don't think Aquarius is shying away from. I think this is actually the type of connection that Aquarius craves most of the time. And it's hard for you to find. So this is probably someone, you know, that you respect and you appreciate a lot. And right now you're coming together to help each other. And I suspect you're helping them in similar ways as well. If this is a romantic contact, I think this is going to be someone who absolutely inspires you, who makes you want to be a better person, not because you think you don't deserve them, but because that's just that's just what they do to you. They just make you want to be a better person. They just make you want to be experimental and to be curious and to expand your life in some way. They just have this key and they've just unlocked you, and that's it. And if this is an existing relationship that's been long-standing in your life for a long time, there's something new that could potentially grow and develop at this time that could bring the two of you much closer together. Now, with the Seven of Cups, there are still a lot of question marks out there, okay? Just because you are starting to channel and working on this doesn't necessarily mean you understand where this is going. Doesn't necessarily mean you understand this path that you're on. I think whenever we start something, we always start something with an intention. I want to get from point A to point B. And while likely we will get to point B, we often realize at the end of it, once we arrive at point B, that getting to point B was never the point to begin with. So, I don't know, there seems to be an acknowledgement of the unknowns and an acceptance of the unknowns and an acceptance of the detours that are inevitable, that inevitably occur when you begin channeling and flowing and you begin building like this. And it makes it so much less scary. It makes it so much less insurmountable because you've already accepted the unintended consequences. You've already accepted the unintended routes. And you seem unshakable and immovable. And maybe that's a part of your strength as well. You're going to run into obstacles. But when you pre-accept them, you're not going into anything expecting it to be perfect. And I think that's the best mindset to have. That nothing on the outside is perfect, and I don't know, it feels like clarity. It feels like just an inspired awareness, I guess we could say. So let's see what else comes through for Aquarius. This all feels so soft to me. Feels soft and released. Oh my gosh, the Hierophant, I love that. Four of Swords, Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Four of Swords I love too. This is that indication of peace of mind. You are at rest. But the Ten of Swords, even that feels surrendered. There's no fight with the Ten of Swords. You can't. You're pinned down. There's no fight. I think Aquarius has reached a point in their life or a point in their journey where they just say, I don't have it in me anymore. I don't have it in me to continue to give in this way or continue to try or to continue to try to control or to get something. This is not about Aquarius getting anything. This is about Aquarius being. That's it. It's about being. There is no fight. There cannot be any more tension. There cannot be any more, I don't know how else to describe it. Tension is the only word that's coming to my mind. And when I see the Hierophant, I always say this is like our inner Buddha or our inner guru. It's the part of you that is always, always connected with the higher intelligence. And I see that indicated here with the symbol above the Strength card. Okay? You are always connected with the higher intelligence. And when you see, the thing with the Hierophant, I say this a lot too. It's like you're always free to roam and go wherever you wish and do whatever you want to do. And you can be led by ego and pride and greedy desire, and you can do that. And you can wander as far off as you want. But you can also always come back. You can always return. And whenever you return, that Hierophant is always just there, just sitting there and saying, are you ready? Are you ready to walk the path of truth? Are you ready to walk the path of divinity? Are you ready to feel this light of the divine coursing through you? Are you ready? And if you decide yes, you are, like, the Hierophant will guide you on that straight and narrow 100%. And I think that's a big part of what's going on, especially with the Lovers, with that unification element. You're being unified. You're coming back. You're walking along this path of truth, which is why it feels simple. And it might be unnerving in that way because maybe it feels too easy. Maybe it feels too accessible. It feels too plain. There's no drama involved. There's no fight or tension, like I was saying. That's the only word I could think of. There's no tension. It just is. This door just opens easy without any thought whatsoever. And like that's what happens when you reach this point of alignment. That's what happens when you're in this state of peace of mind. Now, I'm not saying you don't have stuff going on in your life. You can have a lot going on in your life. You can be a busy person. But just being busy does not necessarily pull you from this Hierophant seat. It doesn't pull you from that seat of the soul. I think that's Eckhart Tolle that says that, right? It doesn't pull you from that center. So don't misconstrue being busy with being off of your throne. Okay, that's nothing to do with it. You can be the busiest person in the world and still remain connected. I feel boundaries are strong. I feel your ability to say yes or no to things that you either want or don't want is also really strong. You have a strong will right now, and you can will a lot of things into existence, and it will not feel like you are fighting with yourself. Okay, this is a beautiful reading. I'm so excited for you. Let's pull out the clarifiers. So we're going to pull out a whole bunch more cards, and we're going to cover that in the comprehensive, all the info in the description box. We're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all of these cards. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. Let's take a look at this Lover's card with the Tower. Beautiful. Page of Coins. And the Devil. So we're going to take a look at the Knight of Cups, the environment. We have another page, a Knight of Coins, and a King of Coins. Excellent. Let's take a look here at the Strength card. What else does Aquarius need to know about the Strength card here? We have Queen of Cups again and another Devil. I don't mind the Devil in this context. Hanged Man. Knight of Wands. You're definitely pulling in the Knight energy. Another Four of Swords. Queen of Coins. The Emperor. Two of Coins and Ace of Coins. Oh, beautiful. King of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Another Page of Wands. The Hierophant again. Five of Swords. Another Three of Coins. Seven of Swords. Nine of Swords. Ace of Wands. Judgment. Nine of Coins. Ace of Swords and a Six of Cups. Another, well, not another, but a Wheel of Fortune. Two of Wands and King of Swords. Chariot. The Sun. And last but not least, Page of Swords. Okay. This is where we're going to pick up. I'm actually really excited to do this. I have a big fat smile on my face. I'm super excited. So if you guys want to join, you are welcome. I love you. Have a great June, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.